Hi, this is Cher from Cher's Crafting Boutique. I was looking at a couple of videos on YouTube and I was looking for something really to, I do a lot of pockets and stuff in junk journals. I know I haven't actually done a junk journal video yet, which I have planned, but I thought I'd get a few bits together and just start showing you some of the things I'm going to be using in those junk journals, so maybe so you could get some of them done yourself, put them in something you would like to do as a project. And while I was looking at the videos, I did write the people's names down to make sure that I didn't forget them. And first of all, this one here, which I haven't filled out yet, but this has a pocket in here, pocket here, and one here. So it's like a 3 pocket, which can have the potential of 4 once if you were to glue it across here on the other side, up here and up this side as well, then that would mean that the back can be used as well. And this one was not my idea. So I'm going to move my sign out of the way. And this was a video from a person called Liz the Paper Project. I've had a look at a few of her videos. She's got some really good stuff on there, and this was something that I definitely thought I would use a lot of, so I'll show you how this was put together. But if you really want to see the proper video, it will, like I said, her name's Liz the Paper Project. So there's that one. This one again was not my idea, but this is a different person, and I've actually loaded this one up, and her name is, and I hope I say this right, is Septeria 18, SEPTERIA 18. And I just happened to come across her video, and again I thought, what a good idea. And basically this one is, first of all, really what I should have said is that you start off with each one of these in just a normal envelope, basically. This one did just have the wrapper around. Here it is. These just say 80 GSM. Doesn't have a measurement on it, but they're just standard. They're not large, they're just normal ones. And this is basically all you need to create either one of these. Just besides that, obviously the little bits that you put inside, that's separate. And basically with this one, this started off as the envelope, but there is a pocket added to this, and that was put on separately from the envelope. So just get these out. It's got 3 little pieces in here, and then it turns into a pocket down the side here, which you have plenty of places to put things in there as well. And then you have this back one, and then obviously, as I showed you before, it has the potential of having another one in the back here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's that one. And again, that was Septeria 18. So pop them to one side. Now when I was making this one, Septeria 18, when I was making her one there, which I thought came out really well, I made an accident, made a mistake, and it turned out to pay off, because this one is my creation. And basically you can put at the back here, which is, once if you glue it down around that edging, you have the back pocket, and then you have a pocket here, so there's 2, and then you have another pocket there, so there's 3, and then there's 4, and then there's 5. And basically, again, all I did with this was put in the only thing different was that I popped this pocket down here. Otherwise the rest is the envelope, barring obviously what I've tucked inside them, which I'm going to go through, starting with the most simplest one, I feel, but still comes out just as brilliant, is this one. So basically you take your envelope and you make sure whichever way you want that fold to be. If you go that way, obviously it will be on your left hand side, and if you turn it over, it will be on your right hand side. So I like to make sure, just preference for me, doesn't really make any difference, but I like to make sure it's on my right. And what you do is you fold it up to as far as really that you like. I take it up to, I say, about a third really up the envelope, and all you do is just fold it. And then you take whatever pattern paper you're going to decide to use. Now here I have a few different kinds here. Pulled out a few envelopes, quite a few here. But I also have little bits and pieces that these were die cuts that I've actually cut out, and I've had them sitting for a while, so I'm going to get them used. A bit of border, of a wallpaper there. And different kinds of wallpapers here. You can use pattern paper, you can use anything you like, that's the fun of this. I have little bits of scraps, basically all in the neutral colours that fit together, but again, you use whatever you have, and then some bits of card. And that's just for the inserts. It's got, for this one, that's all you need it for. So I'm going to grab some papers here and see where we go. And basically you need to, don't even have to go all the way down, but you know me, I don't like measuring, so I'm just going to tidy it up a bit, and you'll see just how simple this really is to put together. That's what I really love about it. I wanted to get a few of these together to make sure that I didn't have to do the whole thing when I do the junk journals. Every tiny little detail in one video. I'm making it very long, so I thought if I got a few bits together, that would cut that down a bit. So you stick this into the back here. You can fill it all the way around, or you can leave a little bit of a border, whatever's best for you. I find when I'm doing the border, I like to just take the sheet off, make sure there's a gap on the end, and just cut around that edging, or use a pencil to draw around it, then cut it. As I say, I do not like measuring, but this one happens to be pretty spot on. So I want the top to have a gap here, so a border I should say, so I'm going to lift that up from the crease at the bottom and then turn it over, draw a line across there, and then just cut it. And then I just get my glue, and you can use anything you have, double-sided sticky tape, whatever's best. The only time I don't suggest that you use it is when you're doing a pocket, the pocket part at the front, because when you do that, if you use double-sided sticky and you put anything inside that pocket, it will stick to the edges. There we are. Doesn't need to be perfect. And I found my bone folder. It took me ages to find it, and I found, now got it, and I'm not going to let it get out of my sight. So there's that bit. Just got to fold that down again because I don't think I should have folded that properly. The next part is where we cover the inside here. That's why I haven't sealed any of this part yet, because you need to really open it so you can get your piece of paper in here of whatever pattern that you want to use. So you can get it just across that part there. Now, just take a look. Usually when I do this bit and I end up with a bit at the bottom, I use that to cover this side here, which I'll do that in a moment. Yeah, and that's even better because it's leaving the border there for me. So I'm just holding that up against it, and as you can see there's a border line going all the way around. That's what I like. It doesn't mean you have to have it. You can fill the whole thing. You can do what's best for yourself. But I like to have that little bit of border around there. I just take my pencil. Again, no measuring, just using the envelope itself to make the lines and then cutting it. Just put glue all over that. This is a good way to use up your scraps as well. There's quite a bit of it, it's just small pieces. And then bring that back over on itself. What I tend to do here is just cover this part here. With the piece I'm using and just stick that down. Turn it over. And just cut off the excess. I missed a bit. Yes, I did. And then when it comes to here, because you've got this bit that comes off, just take that off. And what I do is grab a piece of paper that I know is going to cover it, which I don't think that's thick enough, just a scrap piece. Wouldn't use that piece. A little bit of glue there. You may not have this problem because if you haven't got one that just seals on itself, you won't have to do this, but it's just to cover that over to make sure that when I put something into that pocket, it doesn't peel up. And then this bit is okay to stick down, so you just hold that, stick it. If you want to be extra secure, you can always put some more glue on there, but I don't feel the need to. And then you just cut off that excess there. And there we are. Now on this part here, this is where I like to take, well, I'll get the ink ready because first of all I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to get my 1-inch circle punch. This is optional, you do not have to do this part at all, but I like to add it in, and all I do is just pop it in there halfway around and then just do that. And then at the top you just take a very thin amount off, just so then it becomes the pocket. Just went up a bit there, so just sort that out. There we are. So now you can pop your items in there, no problem. And then all I do again is take the punch. to a half circle, and then pop that over. And before I go gluing it down to make the next pocket, you just get some ink, which again is optional, but I like to get rid of those white edges, so just go around there. And basically all I'm going to show you, I'm not going to go filling them all. I'm going to just show you how to do the actual pieces, and then you can grab all the pieces that you have, any tags or anything that you like making to add into them. If you would like me to make an extra tutorial to show you how to fill them, then just let me know. So there we go, there's that one, and I'm just going to show you how to do that pocket there. And all you do is just run a little bit of glue here. See, that's why I was saying no, I wouldn't recommend the double-sided sticky tape, because when you do this and you go to put anything in here, it will catch. Just make sure that's securely down. So that is the first one, and that's how easy it is to put that together. Put that to one side. Do you mind turning on the light, because I think it's getting a bit dark in case I can't really see very well. Thank you. Now on to pocket number 2, and that is going to be this one. So basically again, you get your envelope, but this time when we do it, you take off the strip first, and this time I am going to put a bit of glue on because it all is on this. And you just secure that down like so. Then you take your scissors and you cut a thin amount of both ends. So that now you can get your hand in both sides. Then, just like we did with the other one, you fold it upwards. Again, roughly the same amount. So that now you can see it's starting to fold. Once you get to here, you now have the decorating part. Let's see what I have here. Save me cut up big sheets, hopefully, we'll see. Again, you do not have to go all the way down to the line, which I don't think I'm going to on this part, because I have these scrap pieces that I need to use up because I have so much of it. So just moving that up a little bit. I think I'm going to get these pieces used. And so I'm not going to worry too much about the border on this one, so I can show you 2 different kinds. Obviously the other one I've done with the border, this one I won't. So it shows that you don't have to have it with the border. And I'm just going to glue that. What's up, Kayla? I'm just going to secure that down there.
Has anyone's mum?
Oh, okay, down. And then just take off the excess there. Rid of that glue so it doesn't end up sticking to the back of it. So there we are. And then when you fold this, I'm going to put on another piece here. So let's see, what do I have? Yes, I'm going to pop that on there. So we just, again, no measuring, you're using the envelope to guide you through. So then just stick that onto there. Okay. And unfold it there. And then just cut off the excess again. Now you can just use the envelope, you don't actually have to put another pocket on. But video I watched, I did see Septeria put the pocket on the front and I thought that was a good idea, so I'm going to do the same there. And I think I'm going to use this rose just so it's not the same. I don't know, hold on, what's the other ones I have here? No, that's the no, I'm going to stick with the rose. So I'm just going to pop a little glue around here on both sides and then along the bottom. And I'm just doing this about a third of the way up, and it's entirely up to you how deep you want the back pocket to be, or even if you want to do it in the first place, because you don't have to. And then I'm just turning it over and then cutting that excess off. So now you have one pocket here, one pocket here, and then one pocket in here. Now this is again where I take my circle punch and do it halfway down. On this time, I'm going to take it on this side and just make it a little bit different. Now, what I should have done, and the way I like it, is just take out half a punch on the pocket as well, so it's not dry, so just quickly get that done. And then take another one out of the top here, like so. Right, then you grab your ink, and again this is optional. do this part. And I've become very addictive with these at the moment. I just love the way they turn out, the way that you can use them. So there we are. And then put that to one side, and then the next thing that you do is just put some glue along here and along here. So along the bottom and up the side. Because this part here becomes your pocket as well. So you now have the top pocket here, the pocket in here, the pocket in here, and then the extra pocket you've added on to the front here. And then the potential, if you glue it down like across that edge and across here, up here, to have another pocket in there. So there's that one. And that's just to show you. I'll grab something here and you just, so there's one, there's two, there's three, here's four, and then the back here will be 5. So there we go. That's another one done, just to show you. That's the loaded one, and that's the one I've just made there. So that was Septeria's design, Septeria 18's design. Pop that to one side. And this is the one that I'm going to show you now, which was the one I did while I was making Septeria's design. And it came out by accident, but I absolutely love it. So I'll show you how I made this one. Again, you just grab your envelope. In the same situation of taking the sticky off first, securing it down, and again take both ends off. And we're just going up again, a third of the way. These all out of the way. And then, once we've got this far, basically again you start decorating. So I'm going to take all these out so that you can see exactly where this went. So I'm going to grab the same sort of paper so I can get these used up. I'm going to pop this one in here. Just cover the whole thing in glue or double-sided sticky, whichever's best for you. That's a good thing, you can slide it around a little, mess around where you want it with the glue. So, but if if you know you can get it straight where you need it, you don't need to. And just turn it over and cut off this excess. And then I do this straight away. I just take half a circle up here. There's that piece. And now this is where we decorate this part here. Now, do I want that piece or not? Not. I like that piece. I'm going to go with this one. So again, you just cover this in the glue. We mean to get so many videos done lately, and it's been very tough. We're having the children off school, so I'm fitting it in where I can. Hopefully this will be better as soon as they get back to school. There we are. And then again, grab your punch if this is what you would like to do, and just do it halfway. Pop that out. Now this is where you get to put your front pocket on if you want to do that. So let's have a look at what I have. That a little too much. Yeah, I'll go with this. So all I do in this case is I have these lines to guide me to go over that, because I like to take these little pieces off but keep them because they'll be coming in handy for other projects. This just happens to be a wallpaper border that I have and I've had for quite a while, so I decided it's time to use it. All I'm going to do is stick that on there, but before I do, here I am going to just put my half circle in. And then grab my ink, ink this up a little. I usually use my Tim Holtz, but I'm having problems getting a hold of the vintage photo ink at the moment. It's been a nightmare. Nowhere near me has it at the moment, so just keep checking and see when they've got it in stock. you just glue across the bottom here and on both sides, leaving the top open so that you can pop your items in there. And just turn it over again and do away with that excess. So now this is where you just, instead of gluing it the way I did with the other one, which was along here and up, instead you're just going to glue both sides. So just a little bit of glue on both sides and then secure that down. So now you have one, just get that in there, two, so I'll just show you this part. This separates twice, so you now have two, and then you close that, and then there's three, then you open the top, and there's four, and then you have the potential of making the fifth one at the back by gluing just the edging and leaving the top. So that is those envelopes. I just love the way they came out. I know that it comes to the point where if you send mail out to people that you do swaps with, or you like to just send out nice things to people as gifts. Oh, well done. Then this is just the perfect thing. You can put it in your scrapbooks and all sorts, really. It's endless on what you can do with them. So, and this is the finished result. I've got mine ready, so I've got a piece all ready to go in the back, so I will be making mine with the extra pocket. Pop these all around. So these are the options that you have. There's the paper project, which was this one, and the one that I just showed you. And then we have, sorry, turn that around. That's Liz, the paper project. Then we have Septeria 18, which is this one. And this is the one I just showed you how to make. And then you have the one that I mixed up and managed to put together. Basically, I suppose in a sense, it's kind of a combination of the two of them put together, really. But there you go. So there's a few options there to put your junk journals together. I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you did, please like and put a nice comment on the end, and please subscribe to my channel. I also have a Facebook page now called Shares Crafting Boutique, where you can share the projects that you've made to inspire others. If that's something you're interested in, please come along and join in. Thank you. Bye.